Hi, I'm Landon with Awards Watch. How are you, Nick?
How you doing, mate? I'm
I'm
all
doing
good on this
great.
front.
I feel like I've seen you everywhere. I just finished watching The Idea of You last night. I feel like you're in every single TV show or movie that's coming out, and that's a good thing. I
It's
think we'd
very
love to
it's
see
very obnoxious of me.
it. When do you sleep at night? I mean, you must be so busy.
Well, look, this is the culmination of the last couple of years hard work, and but equally releasing these couple of projects and now sort of coming back to Red, White, and Raw Blue. It's that's been a new challenge in of itself. Because I've never done a proper sort of press junket for anything before, and I'm very grateful people are allowing me on their talk shows. They're allowing me on their billboards. I have a running joke with my agents that I have the most billboards in LA right now because it seems like everywhere you turn, it's like, oh God.
No,
But
I believe it, and I think we want to see more of you. And how does it feel? Going back to Red, White, and Blue. Not only is the film entertaining, but it's kind of a cultural phenomenon. I mean, a gay love story, and people are really there. It's not. It's all the tropes are not in the film. We're looking at it, and we're just like, this is a great story. How does that feel, to be a part of that?
yeah, I mean, it feels fantastic. I think I've been very, very fortunate in my career that people have really got behind a lot of the projects that I've been a part of. And, especially moving into this new era of streaming as well, it kind of has been this unknown quantity in a way. And, hearing sort of all the numbers come back and people really loving it, but also, admittedly, this coming out during a strike and not really being able to talk about it. But sort of, hearing all the sort of the affection for it online has been really just very gratifying to receive as well. So yeah.
No, absolutely. And I've kind of followed your career, and I know you have a musical theater past, and you've played various roles. How is your experience in musical theater? How did you bring that to playing Prince Henry?
Yeah, I mean, I guess my theatre experience was less sort of musical, more I suppose standard theatre. But that's an interesting one. I guess Henry is I mean the sort of the well-spoken nature of Henry. I suppose that the theatre kind of helped with that. But I just he was just someone who I think was just so rich on the page, and then you know really without too many outside sort of references, being able to kind of just imagine someone really trapped by circumstance and suffocated by responsibility and expectation and all of that sort of stuff that kind of comes with the sort of the monarchs that we kind of know. That was kind of my the fruit from which I drew. And so yeah, there's the kind of a number of my sort of previous experience, but also I think just the well writtenness of the script I think was helpful in building Henry.
And I love how you're not afraid to tackle, an LGBT character. Even though, you say, straight or whatever, you date women, but you say, there's more to a character than just their sexuality. I know I read that somewhere. I read it on the internet. You may not have said it, but there's more to a character than their sexuality. Tell me about how you approached becoming Prince Henry, other than just him being gay or his relationship with Alex or his feelings for Alex, but him as a person.
Yeah, I think he's someone who's extremely feeling. He is someone who's a really strong moral compass. I think um, he does love his life as a monarch in a lot of ways. He loves the people he's allowed to sort of touch and have resonance with, and um, he's just very quintessentially British in a way. And the pitfall is this that he's not really allowed to love who he wants to love. And so it's an interesting line trying to find the sort of the step between immense pride in being who he is, and then also shame and yearning and hope and sort of how that kind of flows, and how Alex being the sort of catalyst to the changes in his life, how that affects him. And I've always really loved playing people who have to quash that sense of emotionality or sensitivity. And I think that the characters I've always sort of watched on screen and resonated with all kind of have that through line.
Is that kind of what you look for when you're going to take a role? Is that
I mean, honestly, it really depends, and I like to think already I've kind of displayed a sense of versatility in my work, and I hopefully will continue to do so even more. And there's very little comparison between Prince Henry and Jeff from Bottoms, and so I just think if it feels new, if it feels challenging, if the character's really well written, then it's attractive to me.
And how do you as an actor, how do you navigate the responsibility of representing the LGBTQ plus characters authentically and respectfully? How do you go about that process?
Yeah, I think it's just about honesty. It's about displaying authenticity and honesty on screen, really understanding and loving the character that you're playing. And yeah, honesty is really the key word. Once you find the intentions of the character and you find out who they are and what they want, if you do that in an honest way, I think regardless of the character's sexuality, I think it's hard to go wrong. But maybe it's not. It's very easy to go wrong in a lot of movies. Actually, it's very hard to make movies full stop. But I felt an immense sense of responsibility and stewardship for Henry, and speaking with Matthew early on, and Schechter Berlanti, and getting Glad's sort of blessing in a way was really important, and just really taking care of him through the filming process, and fighting for him, because at times it's very collaborative process. You have to really work with director, writer, who in this case are the same person. And yeah, I think responsibility is the most important thing.
So what's next for you? What's one thing that you want to tackle next in your career?
Well, so there's a few projects I can't talk about yet. One I'm going off to film in a few weeks, actually, which is bizarre to say, given the sort of the strike of it all and everything, and suddenly almost like a year later from when I was last on set. But that one and then the next one after that are completely different. I'd love to kind of just do something really fun and action, because I kind of have been wanting to do that for a while, and I have a sort of sporting background, athletic background. I'd like to do more comedy. I'd love to do sci-fi, because I was very much a sci-fi kid growing up. But I'm definitely going to return back to my indie roots, which I'm really excited about as well.
Well, whatever you do, we are looking forward to it. We very much enjoy everything that you do for the space, and everything that you're very entertaining, and you bring a lot of charisma to every role that you have, and we appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Landon. It's very kind of you to say.
Thank you very much, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your junket. I'm honored to be a part of your very first junket, and
Thanks.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you at the Emmys.
I will see you there, mate. Thank
See you
you.
there.
Have a good one, buddy.
Thank
Cheers.
you so much.